as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. D.A., take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, you may ask why Scotty Barnes is so competitive. He says it started while I was young. I had two brothers, and we always wanted to be better than each other. We just competed. As a kid, I just wanted to beat other people, no matter what it was. Kevin, whether it was foot races or basketball, he's still getting after it. Back to you.
He has. Not much has changed, has it, D.A.? Thank you. And, Greg, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Achua in its center. And for the Thunder, Giddey and Gilgeous-Alexander are the guards. Then it's Williams. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Van Vliet with it. Pass to Achua. Five to shoot. Barnes outside. Siakam trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Barnes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Williams. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Van Vliet against Giddey. Trent outside. Barnes outside. Pass to Siakam. And it's blocked.
And Poku really outsmarting the opposition that time defensively in the right spot.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pokusevski. Here's Giddey. Siakam pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Trent passes to Siakam. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. It's Trent on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering.
Nice rejection from Giddey.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's Trent, just 4 to shoot.
I mean, OKC's draft pick haul from the Paul George trade was massive. But the best part of that deal is getting SGA.
Well, SGA has been the face of the franchise the past couple seasons, and his game just continues to grow. He's signed all the way through 2027. Is he the first building block, or is he going to develop into a player that people covet, and they're going to try to pluck away? We'll see.
The Thunder shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
And Williams drops them both.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran, someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys.
Now here's Van Vliet, coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Barnes passes to Siakam. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
Throw good, Siakam. With teams still figuring out rotations, Brent, at this point of the season, many players are unsure about their status in the lineup.
Yeah, if you're not a veteran team or a team that's been together for a lot of years, Kevin, this is about battling for minutes to show you're capable of handling that responsibility, and that mentality is important to the coaching staff. So you got to be ready. You got to be prepared for those minutes. You got to produce.
Williams passes to Pokusevski. Can't get it to fall.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Trent can't hit.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. And
Poku with the processing speed just got rid of that one quick.
Here's Van Vliet. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Siakam, that's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Thunder trailing by 5. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Giddey the pass to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. It's stolen and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Thunder. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this one will be for sure. Interconference matchups are always pretty fascinating just because of timing on scouting and how often you watch teams like this affect some of the unpredictability of the East-West battles.
And Toronto has possession following the score by Oklahoma City. Sinks the three-pointer.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Pass to Williams. Here's Pokusevski, covered by Siakam. Pokusevski, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the feed to Holmgren. Goes back up. Williams, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Achua. Toronto leading by 6. Siakam kicks to Trent. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Pass to Holmgren. Floats one. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Passes it to Achua. Now the pass to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. From the baseline. Second shot opportunity, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Pokuševski. That one misses for Achua.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Muscala gets the bucket.
Next step kind of action there from Shea as he's able to find the open teammate.
Raptors leading by 4. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Achua. Holmgren with the steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander able to get into the seam and the crack quite quickly and puts pressure on the defense.
A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their careers.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Such a long and versatile guard that possesses a very intriguing and exciting skill set. Gilgeous-Alexander, lots of room to grow.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam, and Porter subbed in for Barnes. Now, here's Achua. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That is his first foul of the game. Now the Thunder making a switch here. Baisley's checked in. Van Vliet wide open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Thunder trailing by 4. Man passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Muscala. Outside, Dort. Shot clock at 5. Anunoby sends it back. Trent passes to Anunoby. Second chance shot. Trent outside. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Oklahoma City had one of the all-time NBA trios, didn't they, Brent? Durant and Harden and Westbrook, 3 future MVPs. I mean, I don't know that we'll ever see that again.
Yeah, incredible, Kevin. Going to that finals in 2012. I mean, obviously really young and green at that time. But unfortunately, Harden was traded away that summer. They took a hardline stance, and he was off to Houston. And just think back, would they have won titles together, and how many?
Now, here's George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Muscala misses.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
Passes it to Man. to the left side wing. Muscala misses. And so it's Young who brings it up for Toronto. 8-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Here's Mann. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You want to settle for something going away from the basket, aggressive with a finger roll.
Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. And the pass to Trent. Poked loose. Young trying to break free. Trent can't hit.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Mann. No good with the triple. Raptors leading by 6. Van Vliet looking around. Young with no one around. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Williams. Van Vliet with it. Williams picks him up. All going up court. Here's Porter. A second chance effort. He lays it in. And the Raptors lead by 10. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Raptors.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You make the most of second chance opportunities, and you're in there and active, where that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Dort. Following the basket by Otto Porter. Pass to Williams. Here's Mann. Covered by Van Vliet. And he drives in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Fred Van Vliet picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Oklahoma City, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Trailing by 13. Outside, Dort. Kicks to Williams. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
It's kind of a comedy of errors for him in this first half thus far. Just been all over the place.
Toronto leading by 13. Van Vliet outside. Into the lane. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past, a few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw good, Van Vliet. There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Williams. Muscala, the pass to man. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. And it's Porter with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. 16-point lead. 23 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's slammed in by Young.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Porter against Dort.
Hey, yo, right here.
Over Porter. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Raptors lead by 18. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
Thunder trailing by 18. Giddey and Gilgeous-Alexander are the guards. Then there's Holmgren. Then it's Williams. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
And he knocks down the first one. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Van Vliet against Giddey. Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. Porter finds Van Vliet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Achua. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. They retain possession. Giddey against Van Vliet. Over in the corner, Williams. The offensive rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. And Boucher sends it back. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. Here's Giddey after the Raptors pick up 2. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Goes up on the wing. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And Giddey, just that 6th sense to find the open man.
Williams against Barnes. Boucher passes to Van Vliet. The three-pointer, no good.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And here are the Raptors now. The Thunder making the shot. Now Barnes. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Giddey's got his fourth rebound in this one. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Williams gets the bucket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Toronto calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And Trent subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul. Thunder trailing by 12. Giddey the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren wide open. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Inside, here's Achua. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Pokusevski. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D from downtown. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes to Williams. Now here's Holmgren. Covered by Achua. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. 4 on the clock. Over Barnes. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, with him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Back to Trent. And he goes in for the dunk.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Thunder trailing by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The pass to Williams. And here is Giddey. Covered by Barnes. Here's Trent. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice job, SGA, coming in and using that long, athletic wingspan.
Here's Siakam. 5 points in the game. Trying to find Achua and gets it to him.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Here's Pokusevski. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Pokusevski's got 5 now. And for Siakam, great. He almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Williams with the block. And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Ken Burch is checked in for Achua. Giddey against Barnes. Here's Giddey. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. They get the rebound. Pass to Pokusevski. Now Williams. 5 on the clock. Goes up again, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Raptors leading by 15. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Here's Siakam. It's deflected. Giddey, no one around him. He drains the quick shot. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That elite passing ability, Giddey has the defense on its heels, and it gives him space to operate in the mid-range.
Now here's Barnes. It's Trent on the wing. Back to Barnes. Now here's Birch. Defense is right there. And the Raptors miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Thunder trailing by 13. Pass to Holmgren. Barnes against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Giddey. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Pokusevski with the bucket. Pokusevski's got 7 points.
That's an easy board for Poku and an easy putback.
Toronto calls timeout. And about Pokusevski, what a nice addition he's been, Brent, to the roster for Oklahoma City.
Well, he adds some nice size to the roster, and by that I mean kind of just height. He is a pretty skinny player out there, but he's a good scorer. He can handle the ball. He's got some skills as a big guy. It's about calming down a little bit and finding some more consistency with the role that he plays.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Trent passes to Siakam. And there's the pass to Anunoby. Dort with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time Dort playing unselfishly.
Barnes looking around. Pass to Anunoby. Now Siakam. He's covered by Muscala. To the inside. Mann lays it up and banks it in. Mann's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Barnes. Trent finds Barnes. Back to Trent. And again, no good by Toronto. Thunder trailing by 7. Dort wide open. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Dort's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, if this offense can get Luguentz Dort to become a reliable option, it's going to open some stuff up.
Toronto calls timeout.
It's fascinating to watch Dort evolve his game. He's raised his free throw percentage to 84% last year. And for the first time in his career, he shot over 40% from the field.
And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. They led by as many as 18 points. To the paint, here's Trent. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's 7 points for Gary Trent Jr. So what would you say is next for Dort in his development?
You know, Kevin, I'd like to see him get to the line more often. He has room to grow as a playmaker. Of course, locking down the consistency from range, but he has the work ethic to make all of that happen.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first one falls.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Baisley's checked in for Pokuševski, and it's Kenrich Williams in for Williams.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Young, right side. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Thunder trailing by 4. They double him with Siakam. Pass to man. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Here's Dort. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Mann. Here's Baisley. Good defensive work there by Young.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Now here's Williams. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Barnes. Toronto on defense. 6-point game. He lobs it up. Plays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play. Freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
And for the Raptors, their shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing. Just 27%. Trent against Dort. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Anunoby. And here are the Thunder now. They're on an 18-7 run. Passes it to Mann. Lets a floater go. He can't get that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Raptors leading by 7. It's Trent on the wing, defended by Dort. Trent outside. He kicks it to Young. Over Williams. Young's shot is off. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Brent, the lead up to the 2019 draft was an interesting time for Darius Bazin.
Yeah, here's one of those players who opted out of going to college and ended up working for a shoe company prior to going to the draft a year before. Talked about going the G League route, but trained on his own, got himself ready, and he's showing some steady improvement here.
And the first one at the line is good.
Baisley is such a tease. He's got all of these skills and such a multifaceted forward. There's a lot of versatility there.
And so he makes both from the line. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, leading by 5. The pass to Young. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Trent finds Anunoby. Young's shot is good. Young's got 8 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Dort. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
That one good for 2. And now it's a 9-point Toronto lead.
Backed by great length, I'd call Young a reliable interior scoring option.
And so it's Toronto ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They have a 9-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
They were getting after it on the glass. Like, wow, they got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
They've been out of sync in this one, shooting under 40%. Struggling to create good looks and settling for tough shots. I like to see them drive the basketball more and get easy buckets.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Thaddeus Young.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Thunder trailing by 9. So for Toronto right now, Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. Underneath in the post, it's Siakam and Achua. And it's Young in at the 3 slot. Raptors shooting for the game at 42%. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. The King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game. Great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. And he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passes. David, thank you. The Thunder shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Williams gets the bucket.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Young. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. Shoots from 8. And again, no good by Toronto.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Williams inside, defended by Young. Toronto leading by 4. Passes it to Van Vliet. Siakam finds Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Siakam. And the Raptors miss again.
And a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And Toronto making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now the pass to Williams. Holmgren with it, covered by Achua. Holmgren kicks to Giddey. Pass to Williams from past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got 12.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And love how crafty Van Vliet is on these drives, just daring the defense to get physical with him.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Throw good, Van Vliet. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. Thunder trailing by 3. Giddey the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren kicks to Williams. Eight feet away, and there's another one for the Thunder.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 9, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And an aggressive inside play there from Van Vliet, not letting the foul deny him from getting the shot off.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5. First free throw is good. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Pakusevsky, the pass to Williams. Good D by Siakam.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And a shoot-first point guard, Van Vliet, understands how to get defenders to foul him when taking shots.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. And the first one drops. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Williams. Pass to Pokusevski. Down low, the 8-footer. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And another good read from Poku, just understanding when to get rid of it.
A unique type of player. Chet with great length and skill, but the keys to reaching his potential will be durability and improving his strength. Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Now just a 1-point Raptor lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Toronto calls timeout. Hey, Greg Holmgren is thin, but as we both know, he's very tough.
He's aggressive and willing to take contact at both ends. He's also strong mentally. Can't wait to see what the future holds for this young man.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pokusevski, covered by Siakam. There's the lob to the hoop. Knocks it loose and stolen by Barnes.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after the Raptors pick up 2. Williams' shot is off. Achua with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Thunder trailing by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Tipped away. Stolen by Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Siakam. And it's blocked. Williams with a clean look. Off target from 3-point range. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. They led by as many as 18 points. Van Vliet passes to Barnes. Offensive rebound. Achua. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 8. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Pokusevski. And it's good. 2 points. Pokusevski's got 9 points.
And the coaches want him to take that kind of shot. You can see why.
And here is Van Vliet. 13 points in the game. Barnes outside. Drives to the hoop. Siakam trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Thunder trailing by 3. Holmgren with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Pass to Baisley for the tie. Toronto grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Driving the lane. And it's Baisley with the rebound. And stolen by Barnes. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for Toronto?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle.
And so here's Toronto following the score by Oklahoma City. Pass to Achua. Van Vliet outside. Tries again, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. This is his second trip to the line in this one. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Josh Giddey. And then for Toronto, Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Porter.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Thunder trailing by 6. Here's Mann. 5 points in the game. Here's Baisley. And Boucher sends it back. Van Vliet on the wing. Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Holmgren the pass to Mann. Hits the three-point bomb. Mann's got 8 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Barnes. 10 points for him.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Here's Mann. 8 points for him.
And they continue to control the glass.
For 3, Van Vliet. A shot off that time. Nice defense from Dort. And there's the call on Precious Achua. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala comes in for Baisley. And it's Williams in for Williams. And Toronto also making a switch. Ken Burch is checked in for Achua. Williams passes to Mann. Back to Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren gets the bucket. And Toronto has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Van Vliet passes to Boucher. No good on that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And the foul on Ken Burch. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Williams with the ball for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 5. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Mann passes to Holmgren. for Birch. Holmgren can't hit. The Raptors shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Now Holmgren. He's got 8. The 3. Muscala misses. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Here's Boucher, and the dunk by Boucher.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Mann, covered by Barnes. Dort with the bounce pass. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Holmgren's got 10 points.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Barnes finds Anunoby. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Dort's got 4 rebounds in this game. This one for 3. They get it again. Holmgren. And Barnes sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Holmgren dishes to Muscala. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Back to Williams. Now here's Holmgren. 10 points for him. Outside, Dort down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, Dort has that great compact fire hydrant type of build, and he'll take that kind of contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
One of the things that I think opponents struggle with is Lugan's, Dort, and his build. You rarely see a combination of a guy that might not be that tall, but has that kind of width and explosiveness athletically.
Okashevsky's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Toronto also making a switch. Trent's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Raptors leading by 7. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Birch. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Williams from outside. Passes to Mann. Here's Pokusevski. Drops in the tray. Pokusevski's got 12 points in the game.
How about the 7-footer out there knocking down threes? Poku from distance.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Raptors out in front, up by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Lou Dort. Also, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander out there. Josh Giddey is out there with Holmgren. And it's Pokuševski in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The drive by Barnes. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
That's good from Barnes. Barnes hits them both. Thunder trailing by 6. Giddey with the bounce pass. Holmgren kicks to Giddey. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Barnes can't get it to go. Oklahoma City shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. All sorts of time. It goes straight through with the switch.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. Shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Now here's Barnes. And the pass to Anunoby. Now here's Boucher. Another shot. That's tipped. Here's Giddey. No good from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Achua, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Trent outside. Giddey against Boucher. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Giddey. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. This is to Holmgren. Back to Giddey. Anunoby sends it back. Pass to Boucher. And here's Trent. To the inside. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Trent. Trent's got 3 assists in the game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Scotty Barnes. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Trent. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Over Giddey. That misses off the backboard.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Toronto with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Trent. Dort grabs the miss. Dort's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Holmgren can't hit. Toronto leading by 6. Siakam left side. He's looking for Trent and finds him.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Back to Giddey. Pass to Pokusevski. Anunoby against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City the rebound. Giddey no good. Raptors shooting just 30% from the field here in the 4th. Anunoby. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Van Vliet on the wing. Giddey defending. Van Vliet against Giddey. Here's Siakam. 4 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Thunder trailing by 8. And here is Giddey. Holmgren with it. Shoots over Achua. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Siakam. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Raptors leading by 6. Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Trent. Back to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Van Vliet against Giddey. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Holmgren. Good D by Siakam. The Raptors shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Trent. Siakam trying to free himself up. Trent gets the bucket. And now it's a 10-point Raptor lead. Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Now here's Giddey, covered by Van Vliet. And Giddey gets it to go.
Impressive decision there as Giddey just shot that one with no hesitation.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. To the paint. Here's Anunoby. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
The pass to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Giddey. Rebound by the Raptors.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Count that one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Brent, nowadays there are so many options for the great high school basketball player in this country and overseas. Do you see the G League Ignite and similar ways as a positive overall?
Well, I think right now you'd have to say that the G League Ignite has been a successful experiment, and that run is going to continue. You get guys like Jalen Green, who was drafted by the Houston Rockets and came in, had a sensational rookie season. That pathway has led him there. So I think they're doing a good job. The interesting thing, Kevin, to talk about is what colleges have done in response to that and what's going on in the NIL space. How does that change the dynamic in the future?
Now here's Williams. Lets it go from deep. Siakam pulls it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
It's good from long range. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. They need this. Toronto grabs the miss. Achua's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size, and he challenged the defense with it that time.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Anunoby. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 13-point game. Trent outside. Lets the three fly. The shot that time not on target. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. The Thunder shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet. Here's Pokusevski. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That will be foul number 5 on him. Now, here's Holmgren. Covered by Achua. And stolen by Siakam.
And I like the way he's settled down here. I mean, after the sloppy first half, he's done a much better job taking care of the ball.
And he recovers it. Back to Trent. At the elbow, it's Siakam. Pass to Pokusevski. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
And the length that Pokusevski has out there will give defenses a lot of problems like that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And the potential of Poku is pretty exciting. I mean, this is a very unique player, a mobile big, and he keeps improving.
And he's good on the second. Toronto leading by 12. Van Vliet outside. The dish to Barnes. 6 to shoot. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Here's Pokusevski, and that one good. Pokusevski's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And, Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
He took charge tonight, and it was just that type of breakout performance they needed. As they try to shake out of the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in him just like this one. Now here's Barnes. Passes it to Van Vliet. And it's blocked. Gilgeous-Alexander against Trent. 1:30 left in the game. Nobody near Barnes. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Barnes has got 7 points for the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Scotty Barnes.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus and we'll have to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Robinson Earls checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Van Vliet. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Boucher. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. And the Thunder with possession. They trail by 14. And Giddey gets it to go.
They're getting assertive and getting inside.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Now Van Vliet. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.